Hello, and welcome to another tutorial. This time it will be about how to clean the viewfinder in a camera called Makina 6.7, and it's a Plaubel. I don't know exactly how how to pronounce it, but it's with a Nikkor 2.8 and a 80mm. Now let's see this special thing. Looks like this one. It's a middle format camera, which is quite compact, and the design is very interesting. But I would like to go into the viewfinder here and see if I can clean it up with all the dirt and dust, and actually get into part of the camera. There will be more videos about this because the shutter also have a problem. So and there will be other details. So let's zoom out and see what we need to fix this camera. We need some rubber tools, which can be very handy also for other repairs on this camera. And especially we need some good screwdrivers. This is I'm not quite sure if it's made in Japan. So I would guess it use JIS screwdrivers. This one is the Moody tools, which I buy on ifixit.com, and there is a set of 4 screwdrivers with different crossheads. I also like my modified PH00. Which can be useful in in some ways. In this case, we also use a 1.2mm flathead screwdriver, a pair of different tweezers is also very handy. Some of my friend here, dentist tools, is really good for something. Another flathead screwdriver, where I will show more details in the camera, is very useful. And another homemade tool is this small, it looks like a fork, but isn't, of course. And it's very useful for unscrew some of the screws in the camera. It's easy to make. You simply take a flathead bits and use a grinder to simply cut into 2 small legs, and those actually fit on the bottom of the camera. But those screws, I mean, you cannot use this one, so it's therefore I use this. I have used it in many cameras and lenses, but it's easy to unscrew here. Simply put it on and have a good fit and turn it counterclockwise. Now, if you only have a lens tool, you can also use it here if they're very pointy. Well, this is a homemade, not really homemade, but I buy it and filed and grind the tip, so it also be very useful for those kind of screws. But it depends on what you think is best for you. Now, jumping into the camera, I mean, how do we actually do this? Since there's no on the side, there's only 2 screws that you can see on the bottom of the camera. So where is the other? Well, we need to go into open the film door, and there are two the camera strap ears here, one here and one there, and it's not you cannot unscrew them, but there is with each of them a screw here on that side that you use a JIS screwdriver to unscrew it, and on the other side where the film is, there is the other one. And in this camera I use some nail polish remover to simply, which I have here, especially the one with acetone. Oh, I need to rewrite it, because it will simply melting soften the thread lock they have used here. So you only use a cotton bud and simply, oh come on off little, and simply add a little, just a little, and simply add it in the over the screw, and on the other side is the same. To simply, put the thread lock on the screw head, and then it will go into the screw thread, and then melt it, soften it, the thread locker. And when it's done, you can simply unscrew the two screws here. Oh. In this camera they sit a bit tight, but with some good a good screwdriver it would not be a problem. Simply take the screw out. It's not loose enough. The screws are quite long, so here you can see one, and we also take the other one. And sew it off. Now then it's possible to take them out, but I will not do it yet. Close the lid and take out the bottom screws by unscrew them counterclockwise. It must be some design thingy when they use that kind of screw. So I guess they probably have some kind of special tool on the factory when they made those. So this is kind of, the screw is those. And then we can just take off the two ears, camera straps ears. It looks like those here. So this is how it looks. And then there's also on the accessory shoe. Then I need my my 1.2mm screwdriver and simply put it in and lift up the plate. Do not use too much force. It's only to lift up in in the front here and simply draw it back a little. Maybe one tool could be useful, just like this dentist, and then you simply just press on it and draw it back. And when we are here, it's the hole for the rangefinder adjustment, which I will show you when I go further into it. Now then it's actually ready to take off the front. And those two buttons here, which for to unlock the film rolls, has to be pushed in before taking off the front here. It's only one piece, so it shouldn't be a problem. So we can just close the lid here, but one has to extend the lens. So by setting the distance, the focusing wheel to infinity, it is possible to push the button here and simply draw out the lens. So it says click, and that's it. So to prevent pushing on the button and it will fold in, you simply just set it to something out of infinity, like something here on 3 meter. It doesn't really matter, but since it's out of infinity, it's not possible to unlock the lens from where it is. So to close the lens, set it on infinity and then push the button all in, and then you can just fold it back. So out and then slightly off or infinity, and then we're ready to actually get the whole front house off. So one can actually just push down a little here, as we see here. Let's see if I can show you, because there's no screw on the top here. Even if there is screw, it holds the accessory shoe. So by simply draw it a little, and the two buttons here, we simply need to get free of it. Sorry. Of course I need to take them off. I just forgot. So unlock them there, and there is a look at something screw in here, and there's also the same over here. If I can see, yeah, just have my monitor free. Then you can see the screws in here. So by unscrew those, this one and the other one, it's possible to actually get the front off. So by having a flathead screwdriver and a kind of rubber, this could be the one here, is from a record player, or we could just use the cones and simply press it on and turn the this one counterclockwise when looking into here. So it simply needs to go that way around. as a normal screw. There is a spring in here, so take care of that. It's the same on the other side, which I will show. So simply unscrew it. See, here we can see the spring, then the knob, and the spring is here. This is how it looks. It doesn't matter how the spring is facing. And then I can just push in the screw here. Now the other side, which I will do the exact same thing. And if it's sticky enough, here it's free. Simply unscrew it. So, and there the spring is out. No problem there. In with the screw. So it is. Now, then we are ready to take off the front. And you do not need to take off this the winding part and the focus grip. So simply just take it off here, and on the other side. But the issue is that it's difficult to see all the parts, but it will come loose here, as you can see. And but it's only in the bottom part that we need to lift with a dentist tool or a little screwdriver. You see, it cannot come off here. So by gently push out a little, and then at the same time push down the front cover, and on the other side do it exact same. Lift out of the plastic a little, do not break it, but only lift it, and then it will come off this tube, and then it should be possible to lift out the front. Take care of the red button here, so it will not disappear somewhere. So now it's actually almost off. Then we can, need to push in there. And then we just need to do so. And then we are almost there. And so it is. Just zoom out a little. So this is actually how it looks inside. A lot of dirt in this camera. And here you have the red button, which if I can, it should be possible to show you more of it. So now it sits there, but the important thing is how it should sit when it's in. When I put this button into the camera again, because you can lock this by twisting it, so it can prevent the lens from opening. So if it sits like that here on the button, this one here, right there, if it sits directly on, you can push the button. But if I twist it or turn it, it will sit like that, and I cannot push it. It's good to prevent the lens from just falling out. So that's it. Now to the part that is interesting here, which is the dirt in the viewfinder here. There is a lot of dirt, but I will try if I can show you how it should be taken away. And it's not that hard. I just need something. Just hold on a second. Now let's see. I just got some piece of peg pad, which actually have that size for normal cleaning lenses, and I will use the Eclipse for sensors and optic cleaning stuff, and a visible dust swab. Well, I will not really use that. I will more use it to put on some lens tissue on it, and then it will be very useful. I will show it right here. Just add some few drops of Eclipse so it's wet, and then simply clean off the front of the viewfinder here to see how good. Oh, there it is. Come on, little fellow, there. So, and see how, oh, there's something on. It looks like the front glass here has been pushed too much on the inside of the viewfinder glass here. Maybe some scratch or so, I don't know. Let's see how good it will be. No, it's simply something. Oh, simply something on the glass itself. So maybe the camera has been banged into something hard and probably make a scratch or some mark on the front glass of the viewfinder, but we can just give it another go. You might think, why do I not take off the whole cover here? Well, it will be in another video, which I will try to get the shutter to work again, because it does not work at the moment. So let's see how it'll. No, it's not really good. There's something on. Not something I can do about, so just do so. And let's see if I can do anything about it on the inside of the housing. Take another one, and it's good to economize when use those lens tissue, because it costs a little. So, and it's not the whole lens tissue you actually use. So if you can see, there is some sign of something inside. I know it's difficult to see on the camera, but nah, it's getting better, but yeah, it's getting better, but yeah, what can one do about that if it's damaged? Let's see if there is anything on the back here, if this one can be unscrewed properly. Well, sits a bit hard, but I could use my some kind of what's going on here? Maybe if I use the other smaller cone and see if I can get it off. This one is too, well, it could be. It's a bit flexible, so if I, yeah, it goes. It's just a hole, a tube, and then I can look into the very dirty viewfinder and hopefully get it more clean. Where did it go? There's one here I can use, just a small piece. But I think I will use a cotton bud to put it on, to simply have a better control over what's actually happened. Well, a lot of dirt. Okay, difficult to see. Yeah, there you can see it. And I'll just do another go to see if I can get the rest out. There's something on. Well, it's not the best. Sometimes you have to do it twice or more times. To get rid of the thing that is on the glass surface. Oh, it looks much better. It's not a new camera, so I did the best I could. There's also something inside here, which also could be good to take away. So I will simply just try again with all those dirt inside here. Yeah, it actually helped a lot. Yeah, it actually helped a lot. Now, there is not so much to do about that, but I will just show you how the rangefinder system actually works, if it's possible. You see, the adjustment of the rangefinder is actually, okay, could we just get rid of this? And hopefully you can see what's going on in there. If I move the light, yeah. See, to adjust the viewfinder, I mean the rangefinder, there's a hole on the top here where the accessory shoe, or the flash shoe someone would say, and inside here there is a screw. I mean, it's not a screw actually, it's more than, it's an eccentric. So I can put my screwdriver in here and simply adjust the how good the imposed picture on the viewfinder is. But we take a deeper look in here. So to get into the actual rangefinder, which is under here, I need to unscrew some screws. One here, and get it off. Tiny screw, and there the other screw is even more tinier, which sits here, because then I can take off the cover for the actual rangefinder. Simply take off this piece of black paper. Now here we can see part of it, how it looks inside. So when I focusing, by moving my focusing knob, hopefully we can see something going on. Well, I can just take off the accessory shoe. It's not all of the screws that has to be taken off. It's only the one here on the back, and it's not free yet because there's another one here need to be taken out. And then the accessory comes off. There's a kind of plastic here to insulate the because of the circuit board here where they're soldering. Just go closer if it's possible. So you see here, and but it's still not enough to show what actually going on. But if I change the position of the camera, not good. It's more to have it here. So now you can see, probably see what's going on here. So this this area here, which is the shift of the focusing, I mean the frame, as I see it, I have to say I haven't at all found a repair manual for this camera, as therefore I think it could be useful to make a video about it. So if I change the focusing here, you see what things happened. So things actually happen under here, but it's not easy to show. See the focusing arm, which is in here. So when I move the focusing wheel, you can see how it looks. Probably see how it looks. So it will push against here, and also push against here on the frame. So if I move the focusing wheel, it will move here. So yeah, that's actually that. We can also take a look at the gear, which is in this camera is really dirty, but it works, except for the shutter in here. So if, of course, there has to be a film in the camera to get it more as a working condition, but I will make another one and take a deeper look into the actual shutter and see what's going on in there. So this is all for now. So look forward to the next video about this camera. So see you. Bye bye.